So hello, happy Wednesday. Lorenda Gar here for Daily Vibe Check. Let's see what Spirit wants us to know today for our greatest and highest good. Yesterday, Spirit told us in so many words to chill out, relax, and then an answer would come to us. Or maybe something that we've been, mulling over or weren't quite sure about, maybe didn't know which way to go or when to start something. And so Spirit just said, relax. It'll all work out. Okay, so let's see what Spirit wants us to know today. It is, by the way, it's Wednesday, June 23rd, 2021. First card that comes up is King of Pentacles. Okay, funny story. Earlier today, I was working on recording this with a different deck. And then my friend called, and that comes through on my computer, so it shut everything off. Okay, so I was on the phone with her for a while. So I deleted that recording, no big deal. Well, I came back down here a little bit ago, tried to hone in a little bit, couldn't feel the vibe, changed decks. This is the first card that came up earlier. So talk about consistent messaging from Spirit. Okay, so King of Pentacles. This is financial power, the pinnacle of security. It is, providing for a family. It's providing. It's a good financial card. Okay, maybe it's someone in your life that is helping to provide good financial advice. Okay, so let's see, where does this go? It's a really good card. My friend Sarah Reich calls me the King of Pentacles. Hey, so 10 of Cups. I'm not even joking. This was the second card. This was the second card that came up before. I am cracking up because earlier on Monday, we had Disrupted Joy. It was the 10 of Cups in a different deck. No, I think it was this deck. But with the other deck, when I was recording this the first time, it was the other imagery, whatever. So, and it was upright with the King of Pentacles. I can't make this stuff up. I mean, I guess I could, but I have no reason to. Anyway, so this is saying, finding joy in financial freedom, or finding happiness and security, through physical comforts. All right, so this is positive. Now, the Two of Wands reversed as advice tells me you still want to maybe hold off on a trip, or maybe there's a because this came up for yesterday in a different deck, and maybe you're kind of at an impasse. And yesterday they said, okay, well, you're trying to figure something out, and either you have figured it out and things are delayed, and then with this coming up again, maybe this is just saying, hey, remember that trip you were going to put off? You could go on it. Or the adventure you're going to go on, you should go. Or maybe you shouldn't quite go on it because you need to save a little more money. Okay. This is just kind of putting something on hold. It doesn't feel like it's permanent by any means, but it does feel like maybe something should be on hold, or there might be a little bit of a delay. Maybe the delay is that, maybe your money's tied up somewhere in a bank. Okay. And you're going to have to get a hold of it before you can even really do anything or go anywhere with it. So let's see about our Sacred Traveler card. What do we need to know about our Sacred Traveler? Roll them all out. What comes up? Impasse. Reflect and redirect your energy. That's so crazy, because that's, honest to goodness, that was yesterday's card with the Two of Swords and the Two of Wands. That's it being at an impasse, unable to make a decision on which way to go. So, with the King of Pentacles, it's command of your physical world. 10 of Cups it's family, it's joy and happiness. It's an emotional card. Okay, and the tens being a really, high number. So I feel like what this is saying is with this Two of Wands reversed, you're unable to move somewhere. So when I see this in one of the other decks, it shows like a um, stepping stones that you're kind of planning out, mapping out your future, right? So maybe you've been mapping something out, and you're kind of at an impasse, and you're kind of in a holding pattern, not really quite sure which way to go or what to do. And I feel like this is saying, um, let's look back on what you do have and where you can go versus where you can't go, because you've got what you need, you are in control, and all that really matters is joy, family, um, loved ones around us. And it's okay that maybe we can't, go on a trip right away. That's okay. Okay. Now I have friends coming into town this week, so hopefully this doesn't affect them any. So I'm just gonna, because they watch this, I'm gonna say, April, Mandy, if a thing comes up where you think that something's going to be stopping you from coming, reflect and redirect your energy. Reflect and redirect. Figure out a way to get around this problem that's coming up. So that's a perfect example. Like, we're ready to go. We're ready to hang out. Financially, we're like, yes, we're doing this. Woo, we're so excited. And excuse me, you think you're going to stop me from going on this trip? Okay. So how are we going to get around that? How do we get around that? So that's kind of the overall vibe. So if something's standing in your way and you have power to navigate around it, you've got just look at the situation, reflect on the situation, kind of redirect your energy into more solution mode instead of panic mode or negative energy mode or anything weird like that. Redirect it to something more positive. I don't feel like it's that big of a I don't feel like this is that big of a deal, because look at how positive the other cards are. And I feel like it's just a temporary delay. It could be as simple as the plane is delayed, or there's a storm when you're getting ready to take off and fly. Or, you're all set, you're ready to go see everybody. And then all of a sudden you're like, okay. Or maybe you've already gone on your trip and you're trying to get home, and there's some sort of delay, and you're like, what do you mean there's no like flights back to my house, back to my town now, or it's been canceled? So maybe you had a flight that's been canceled. Luckily my friend doesn't fly till tomorrow, so I'm not worried about that. This does not affect, and it's not going to, because I said so. Because we're going to, if we get to an impasse, we're going to be solution oriented. I really feel like that's the theme. So many good things going on that when you get to that bump in the road, instead of like tripping over it all dramatically and face planting, it turns out it was a pebble like this big. And like, poor, they figure out, okay, how big is this rock? Okay, something I can pick up and I can launch that way and get out of my path. Or, oh wait, yes, I may have tripped, but check me out, do the ninja moves, rolling on the ground and stand at me like, I did it, fine, not going to stop me. So this is saying you have all the power, you've got the control, you have all these things that make you happy. And when you get to that bump in the road, instead of focusing on that, circle your energy back to something that is solution oriented. Be interesting to see how my day plays out after all that. All right, so you all have a fantastic Wednesday, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.